If you own a 4000 TV, or you're even thinking about upgrading your home theater, you need to hear this. The next Apple TV leak just dropped, and it might completely change your living room. For years, Apple TV has been the king of streaming boxes. It's fast, it's clean, and it just works. But the hardware is getting old. The last real update was back in 2022. And since then, we've all been waiting for the next big leap. According to the latest leaks, that leap is finally coming. Apple isn't just refreshing the box, they're reinventing it. We're talking about the rumored Apple TV 4K 2026. And yes, the headlines are true. This thing could bring real 8000 support and enough power to challenge your gaming console. This is everything you need to know about the future of Apple TV, 8K streaming, and gaming in your living room. Let's start with the brain of this beast. The biggest news in the supply chain leak is the chip. Earlier rumors pointed to an A17 Pro chip, which would have been solid. But new reports suggest Apple is going even further, aiming to put in a 19-class chip into the Apple TV 4K 2026. Think about what that means. The A19 is the kind of processor we expect in Apple's top-of-the-line iPhones. Now imagine that level of performance in a box that's plugged into the wall with no battery limits and no thermal compromise. That's insane performance for a streaming device. You're looking at near-instant app launches, zero lag when scrolling huge content libraries, and enough raw power to handle complex tasks that would absolutely choke most built-in smart TV systems. But that power isn't just about opening Netflix a second faster. It's really about two things: true 8K video and next-level gaming. For years, people called 8K a gimmick. Nobody owns an 8K TV, right? Maybe you don't have one yet, but Apple always plays the long game. The 2026 Apple TV is rumored to fully support 8K resolution. And this time, the hardware might finally be ready to back it up. Here's why. That new chip is expected to unlock full support for the AV1 video codec. AV1 is the next generation standard for high-quality, high-resolution video that uses less data and less bandwidth. YouTube already relies on a V1 for 8K content, and Netflix is moving in that direction too. The current Apple TV 4K already has HDMI 2.1, but it doesn't quite have the muscle to smoothly push a heavy 8K signal at scale. With an A19 class processor, that bottleneck could disappear. Even if you're still on a 4K TV, this matters. Advanced downsampling and upscaling from an 8K signal can make your 4000 picture look sharper, clearer, and more detailed than ever before. This is about serious future-proofing. You buy the Apple TV 4K 2026 now, and it's ready for the 8K TV you might pick up 3, 4, or 5 years from today. Now let's talk about the feature that has gamers paying attention. Apple has been trying to break into gaming for a while, but this rumored Apple TV 4K 2026 might be the device that finally makes it a real console alternative. With a 19 or even a 17 Pro class chip inside, this box is expected to support hardware-accelerated ray tracing. Ray tracing means realistic lighting, accurate shadows, and lifelike reflections, the kind of visuals you normally associate with a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. We've already seen games like Resident Evil and Death Stranding running on iPhones and iPads. Now imagine that kind of performance on a 65-inch TV, running natively on a tiny box that could cost a fraction of a full-size console. Apple is positioning this next Apple TV as the ultimate casual and mid-core gaming machine. Pair a BLUETOOTH controller, open Apple Arcade, or download an AA game from the App Store, and you're playing console-quality titles with almost no setup. No giant tower, no spinning disk drive, no fan noise, just a silent, powerful box under your TV. But the Apple TV 4K 2026 isn't just about streaming and gaming. It's also becoming the central hub for your entire smart home. Leaks suggest Apple is working on a new custom wireless chip for this device, likely something like an N1 chip. This will bring Wi-Fi 7 support to Apple TV. If you've got or plan to get a Wi-Fi 7 router, that means faster speeds, far less buffering, lower latency for cloud gaming, and more reliable 8000 or high bitrate 4K streaming. On top of that, the new Apple TV is expected to fully integrate Thread and Matter support. That means your Apple TV can talk directly to your smart lights, locks, cameras, and thermostats, acting as a rock-solid smart home hub. Even if your Wi-Fi has a hiccup, your local smart home network can keep running smoothly. And we can't ignore AI. The rumor release window for this device, spring 2026, lines up perfectly with Apple's next-generation Siri and the broader Apple Intelligence push. The Siri on your current Apple TV is fine. It can search for movies and shows, and that's about it. But the new Siri, running on a 19-class chip, could be an entirely different experience. Instead of strict commands, it should understand context and natural language. You could say, "Show me that movie where the guy goes to space and is a robot," and it'll actually figure out what you mean. While you're watching, you could ask, "Who is that actor? What song is playing?" Or, "What else has this director made?" All without interrupting the movie. This turns the Apple TV from a dumb streaming box into a real AI-powered assistant that lives on your biggest screen and ties into your entire Apple ecosystem. So, is the Apple TV 4K 2026 worth the hype? If these leaks are accurate, we're looking at a device that sits right between a simple streaming stick and a full-blown gaming console. You get the power of an A19-class chip, 8K and AV1 support for future-proof streaming, Wi-Fi 7 and smart home integration, and a new AI-driven Siri that makes your TV actually feel smart. This could easily be one of the best value Apple products of the year for anyone who cares about picture quality, gaming, or smart home tech. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, share it with a friend, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next update on Apple TV 4K. And Apple leaks. Now, tell me in the comments, would you buy the new Apple TV 4K 2026 just for the gaming features? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.